the shadows starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
There's a little bit of lightning talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not only going to catch the football, he's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Now Willis on 1st and 10. That's caught. Nick Westbrook-Akine with it. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A throw out wide to Woods, complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy, either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Henry running right. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Titans at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. But Charles, they were losers last time. What do you think they need to do differently here? Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Za'Darius Smith in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take...
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Za'Darius Smith drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. KJ Hamler deep for the Broncos. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. So well done there. These punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Now Wilson down around his goal line. And it's intercepted in the end zone. A pick 6 on the first play of the drive. And, Charles, we have our first points of the game, making it 6-0.
And while it's only 6 points in the first quarter, it certainly takes a lot of pressure off of them, doesn't it? They're in the lead. They have control. Now they just want to separate and play their game and defend that advantage.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone. So we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Wilson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And the Titans are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps getting the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
18 Cardinal.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Willis. That's complete to Westbrook-Akine. Touchdown! Nick Westbrook-Akine. His first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. That's caught left side by Judy. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone, but this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of it.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The kick by McManus is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Down the left to bring it out here from the end zone. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play. Not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. A first down carry for Henry. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. From the gun, here's Willis. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Here's Willis, 3rd and long. That's complete to Traylon Burks. Touchdown, Titans. Traylon Burks, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point and good by Bullock. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3. I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. They go play action now. Wilson. He's going to look deep down the field. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track. He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works, sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
Henry up the middle. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, it's Willis. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Play fake. Here's Wilson. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at about the 14. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. So we've reached halftime here in Nashville, the Music City, with the Titans out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this 2nd half as they trail, and we are back underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And some room to work. Then all the way home for a Broncos score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Extra point from McManus is good, and it makes the score 21-10. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
And you can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
On 1st down, Willis. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Za'Darius Smith able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Willis, and the pressure gets to him again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Tough spot for Willis and the Titans, now facing 3rd and long following the sack. Back to throw. This is caught. It's Woods. Taking it right down Broadway. And it's a Titans touchdown. Robert Woods, 74 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Bullock good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, It has to start right here, right now.
Yep.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Roger McCreary with a pick. And the Titans are going to take possession of the football. They're still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
There for the stop defensively, Nick Bonito. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
19 tight.
Willis looks to pass it here. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Zadarius Smith, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
2nd 10 coming up here in Nashville. 3rd quarter action. Now Wilson. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
You get the sense that they're saying, we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
They're going right back to Hamler. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. picked off by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Alert! Alert!
Second down, they go again with Henry. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Now, that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth-quarter stop? Willis now off of play action. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Albert Okwuegbunam, 79 yards. And the Broncos have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. McManus's point after is good. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
60 back there, 60 back up.
Here's Willis. And he rifles one incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. There's Wilson to throw. Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That catch puts him right at 100 yards receiving now, and it also gives him a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
As a passer, we're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
To throw again is Wilson. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play. It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is how you do it, my friends. This will be spotted out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
Able to find Judy. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. To throw is Wilson. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And he will finally be escorted out of bounds down inside the 35. A huge play there for Denver. 48 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They go play action with Wilson. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Amani Hooker. And the Titans will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one, a